If you're preparing for data engineering interviews, this question is guaranteed. RDD versus DataFrame versus Dataset. Which one should we use and why? Hi, this is Shikha Sharma. Welcome to Crack Data Engineering. Today we learn about RDD, DataFrame and datasets. A lot of people know the definition, but very few understand when and why. So in this video, we will understand Spark's 3 API in a very simple way. So Apache Spark provides us 3 main API to work with data. RDD, DataFrame, datasets. All 3 can process distributed data, but they are not equal. Think of it like this. Spark gives you different level of abstractions, low level to high level. Means same data, but different comfort level. Let's start with RDD, which is the oldest API. It was introduced in 2011. When Spark was first introduced, it had only RDD. At that time, the Spark's main goal was distributed processing, fault tolerance, in-memory computation. RDD stands for Resilient Distributed Dataset. Technically, it's a distributed collection of objects. In simple terms, RDD is like a raw hand nodes. You can write anything, but you have to manage everything by yourself. You have full control, but more responsibility. So Spark had no idea what the data looks like because it have no schema, no optimization, more code, and slower execution. Now come to the DataFrame, which is the most widely used API. Why DataFrame was introduced? So DataFrame was introduced in 2015. As Spark adoption increased, people start using writing codes like SQL queries. So Spark team realized one problem, that Spark cannot optimize RDD code. So Spark introduced DataFrame. So DataFrame was introduced in 2015. DataFrame is distributed collection of data organized into rows and column with a schema. Now Spark knows column name, data type, query structures. This opened the door for optimization. Let's talk about most important and confusing but powerful API in Spark, that is Dataset. So Dataset was introduced in 2016 and was created mainly for Scala and Java developers. A dataset in Apache Spark is a strongly typed and distributed collection of data, which combines RDD safeties and DataFrame's optimization. That's why DataFrame is equal to dataset. Now, let's take a real example. Suppose you're filling a college for admission form. Here, RDD is a free text form. यहाँ हम कुछ भी लिख सकते हैं, गलती भी हो सकती है, किसी भी फॉर्मेट में लिख सकते हैं, डेटा टाइप का कोई इशू नहीं होता इसमें. So RDD is like a handwritten text form. Now come to the data frame. What is data frame? Data frame is like an Excel sheet. यहाँ हमारे पास फिक्स्ड कॉलम होते हैं, बट वैल्यू का टाइप लूजली चेक होता है. जरूरी नहीं है कि जो डेटा टाइप है वही वो हो, तभी एक्सेल उसको वैलिड कर देता है. बट व्हेन वी कम टू द डेटा सेट इज लाइक अ ऑनलाइन वैलिडेशन फॉर्म. यहाँ पर हमारे पास कॉलम्स अगर होंगे, नेम होगा, एज होगा, एड्रेस होगा, तो उसका डेटा टाइप भी फिक्स्ड होगा. अगर डेटा टाइप आप इनकरेक्ट करेंगे तो फॉर्म सबमिट नहीं होगा. तो ये कंपाइल टाइम चेकिंग होती है. इसीलिए हम इससे कहते हैं कि डेटा टाइप इज द टाइप कंपाइल टाइम सेफ्टी. और दैट्स व्हाई डेटासेट इज पावरफुल, मींस एरर आर caught before the job runs. Internally, dataset also uses the catalyst and optimizer. Now, why DataFrame is faster? Answer is catalyst optimizer. Catalyst optimizer is the Spark query optimization engine. When you write a DataFrame code, Spark does not execute it directly. First is try to optimize your query and then give your result. Let's take an example. Catalyst is like a Google map. It finds the best route, not the first route. जब भी हम गूगल मैप का यूज करते हैं, हम उसको इंस्ट्रक्शंस देते हैं कि हमें इस जगह पे जाना है, तो गूगल मैप क्या करता है, आपको डायरेक्टली रूट नहीं दे देता है. वो बेस्ट रूट फाइंड आउट करता है, किस रूट पे आपको ट्रैफिक कम मिलेगा और कौन सा रूट आपको सही टाइम पे आपको पहुंचा देगा. तो यही होता है हमारा कैटलिस्ट ऑप्टिमाइजर. इट ऑप्टिमाइज फर्स्ट एंड देन गिव द रिजल्ट्स. And the second one is that DataFrame is faster because it uses predicate pushdown and column pruning. So what is predicate pushdown? Predicate pushdown is like a it enabled by the catalyst optimizer and filter the data as early as possible at the source. ये source पे ही source file में ही data को filter कर लेता है. Like जब भी हम किसी मॉल में जाते हैं तो हम वहाँ के हमें जो चीज़ पसंद आती है हम सारी की सारी उठा के नहीं लाते घर पे. हम वहीं फिर शॉप पे फिल्टर कर लेते हैं, हमें किसी चीज़ की नीड है, हम उसी को अपने कार्ट में डालते हैं और उसका बिलिंग करवाते हैं. That's the filtering the data. Now we come to the column pruning. Column pruning is like the read only required columns. It read only the required columns. Suppose जब भी हमें कोई बुक रीड करनी रहती है और उसमें सिर्फ एक पर्टिकुलर हमें एक कोई चैप्टर रीड करना है, तो हम क्या करेंगे, पूरी की पूरी बुक उठा के हम उसको रीड नहीं करेंगे, है ना. तो हम क्या करेंगे, उसमें जो भी पर्टिकुलर चैप्टर होगा डायरेक्ट हम उसको ओपन करेंगे और उसको रीड करेंगे. It is like that's what the column pruning do. It's read only the required column which we want. So these both optimizations reduce the data reading and improve the performance. Now comes to the Tungsten engine. So Tungsten is Spark's physical execution engine. अब हमें पता है कि हमारा जो कैटलिस्ट है वो क्या करता है. कैटलिस्ट डिसाइड करता है कि बेस्ट प्लान क्या है और उसको डिसाइड करता है कि बेस्ट प्लान क्या है, लेकिन उसको एग्जीक्यूशन की जो स्पीड होती है वो जो स्पीड जो हमें मिलती है वो हमें मिलती है टंगस्टन एग्जीक्यूशन इंजन से. That's why it's a physical execution engine. What's function improve? It improves the memory management, CPU efficiency, and avoid Java object overhead. So when we compare RDD and data frames, RDD is like the manual driving. जो हमारी मैनुअल ड्राइविंग कार होती है उसमें हमको सब कुछ हमें खुद से करना पड़ता है. तो इट्स लाइक द RDD. And tungsten engine is like a automatic car. It's an real life example just for your memory. So in interview we can say that tungsten improves the how the Spark executes the optimized plan. Now you have a question that why RDD is not get these benefits. So RDD does not get catalyst optimizer. It does not get predicate push down, column pruning, and tungsten operation. Why? Because main reason that RDD is the because Spark does not understand the RDD structure. It have no schema, no optimization, nothing. That's why Spark doesn't understand it. That's why RDD doesn't get these benefits. Let's summarize what we learned today. So RDD was introduced first for distributing computing. DataFrame came to enable optimization and SQL support. Dataset added type safety and Scala users and Java users. And DataFrame is faster because it uses catalyst optimizer, predicate pushdown, column pruning, and consistent executions. RDD gives control, DataFrame gives performance, and Dataset gives type safety. Thanks for watching. If Spark finally makes sense to you today, hit like, share, and subscribe this video. And let's crack data engineering interview together.